Hey, everyone. It is Black Fri-Yay. That's what I'm calling it today. It's the day after Thanksgiving and it is Black Friday and everybody's got something on special. And so there's, of course, lots and lots of deals out there that you can have for televisions and cars and whatever other material clothes, whatever other material things that you want. There's also lots of people like me out there who work in the non-material world who have specials as well. And so I just wanted to talk to you today about my Black Friday special. So I'm doing things a little bit different this year. I'm actually raising my rates. I'm raising my rates by $200 on my 3-month package. But for today only, the deal is you get an extra 3 months of coaching. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what that looks like. First, let me introduce myself. You're watching on my page, so you know my name is Julie Balderrama, and I'm a dream coach and feminine leadership mentor. And I've basically been working this past year to figure out how to put into words what it is that I do, because there's a lot of organic, sort of non-tangible, almost not able to describe benefits and results that come out of working with me and working with the tools that I have. And that doesn't help anyone step into the place where they want to work with me. Some people have definitely taken that leap and have done it and have just benefited tremendously. But even when I ask them to put into words what it is that I do and how I've been able to help them, they find it difficult to put it into words. So I've been trying to figure out what it is, how to language that, and this is basically what I've come up with. I help you use your nighttime dreams, the ones that you have when you're asleep, in order to make your waking dreams, so your goals and your desires, come true. Now, what does that mean? How do I do that, right? So I'm going to give you some brief ways for you to help you understand this. And of course, we can go into a deeper conversation about this. Essentially, though, when you sleep, you have access to wisdom and creativity of your subconscious. And your subconscious is the place where all of the stuff that you don't know is housed. And being able to see and work with the things that you don't know is the key to being able to make your dreams come true. The thing is, the dream that you have, the goal that you have, your desire, it is an impulse put there by God, by source, by spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's divine. And the only thing that's keeping you from making that dream come true are the things that you tell yourself, the things that you believe, the conditioned patterns, the conditioned stories, the thought patterns, the feelings that come up in the sensations that come up in your body when you challenge those thought patterns. That feels crappy and scary and maybe has you engaging in habits and patterns that aren't particularly helpful for you, like binge watching Netflix, or like loading up a whole bunch of other busy work that isn't really in alignment with what it is that you want to bring into the world. So there's a whole host of different ways that we can sabotage the action steps to bringing our dreams to life. And it can feel a lot harder, and we can feel stuck and really kind of shake our fists at God and say, why aren't you helping me? Like, I read all these books and it says just ask for help, right? And it will be given to you. But so often we get in our own way, even when that help is there. So we help you get the path to your subconscious, get the path to divine help, free and clear and strong and ready for you to be able to use that to bring your desires to manifestation, to make your dreams come true. So using the guidance and the tools for mining all of that gold within your dreams, it's going to help it's going to influence your waking life. And we're all meant to go in the direction of growth and expansion. Like I said, all of those dreams that you have, the desires that you have for whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever it is that you want in your life. And it doesn't matter if it's piles and piles of money. It doesn't matter if it's a hot, sexy boyfriend or girlfriend. It doesn't matter if it's something that other people have told you is not worthy of dreaming or having desires or manifesting because it's not spiritual enough or whatever the stories are, right? So those are the things that keep your will divided, that keeps you, the parts of you divided from being able to bring this into the world. So what do you want in 2020? Have you declared it yet? Is it really crystal clear in your mind? Are you holding back at all? Have you envisioned it with your five senses? Do you know what it's going to feel like once you've achieved that? Those are the things that you want to know, and those are the energies that you want to embody in order to be able to bring this into the world. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to grow one beyond your wildest dreams? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to write a best-selling book? Do you want to live a creative life? Do you want to start a family? Do you want to repair relationships? What is it that you want? And be willing to claim it and declare it. So like I said, there's a Black Friday Fri-Yay Special on the table for you. And like I said, I'm doing something different. I'm making a wild and bold move. I'm raising my rates for Black Friday, but for today only, if you purchase that 3-month package, I'm going to throw in 3 extra months. And I'm going to give you a few more details in just a second about that. But first, I want to talk to you about 5 things that that have completely and totally changed my life that I poo-poo'd before I try them. And there's a reason I'm telling you about this. So this is in the vein of the Black Friday energy that's out there right now. I'm talking to you about these 5 different things. So the first thing is the iPhone. So I totally poo-poo'd the iPhone before I even tried it. I thought to myself, when iPhones first came out, you could take pictures with them. I think maybe you could listen to your music on them, and you could, of course, make phone calls on them and text. And I thought to myself, you know what, I have a phone. It works perfectly well. I can text on that phone. I have a camera and I have an iPod. So I'm good. Why would I want this? Why would I need this in my life? It's completely ridiculous. And then when I finally got an iPhone, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This has completely changed everything. So having the iPhone, although at times definitely I have to agree to parent myself with the iPhone and set it down, it's completely changed my life. I can do business wherever I go. I can stay in touch with people. I can take pictures. And it's all just right there at my fingertips. There's so many helpful things with the iPhone that I never even imagined before I gave it a try. And it's changed my life for sure. So the second thing is the Instant Pot. So for me, the Instant Pot, I was like, okay, I have a slow cooker, and I didn't have a pressure cooker at that time, but I also was sort of like, well, I could just like put a pot of beans on the stove in the morning and then it would be ready by night. It doesn't take that long to cook rice. I'm fine. And I only just recently got an Instant Pot, by the way, and it completely changed my life. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because the thing about the slow cooker is you have to, and even with cooking beans or rice, you have to leave enough time. You have to plan, right, for knowing that you want to cook that stuff. So sometimes you have to even know in the morning what it is that you're going to want to cook or make for dinner. And I've got other things going on. In the morning, I'm concerned with my morning practices. I'm concerned with growing my business. I'm not really thinking about dinner that night. And so it's made it so handy to, get to that dinner time space and to not feel quite as limited as I did before. I can cook beans, I can cook rice, I can, cook a roast or whatever in a fraction of the time that it would take me to do it otherwise, even in a slow cooker. So for me, plus I'm not really afraid that the Instant Pot's going to blow up in my face like a pressure cooker. So for me, the Instant Pot has been a huge game changer, and I definitely am recognizing that me being a cynic about it was, me just resisting what it is that was going to be helpful to help me in so many different ways. So when we're talking about non-material things, the third thing that that I poo-pooed at first, but has completely changed my life is life coaching. And when I first heard about a life coach and what a life coach does, I thought to myself, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Who could possibly need to have coaching in their life? I know how to live my life. I'm good. I'm fine. And actually, I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she said that she was going to do some shopping today or tomorrow with small businesses. And I said, well, I'm a small business. And she said, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with me. And so I think that's one of the misconceptions, that's what I mean, with life coaching, is that there's got to be something wrong with you in order to work with a life coach. And in fact, I would argue that when you're at a space where you feel stable, and when you feel like you can take the steps necessary in order to bring your dreams to life, and you're really looking for some support, you're looking for some tools, you're looking for some guidance to expand and to grow, I think that's where the life coach can do the most work. So life coaching really is about growth and about expansion. It is growth mindset. So it's different from therapy, and I think people make a comparison to therapy quite often. And I have had therapy. That's one of the reasons why I thought I didn't need a life coach, because I have had therapy. I think therapy can be a really wonderful tool in the toolkit. It can be so fantastic for healing. And life coaching is a little bit different, and it is aligned with growth mindset. It is aligned with, what is it that's going to, there are patterns that we want to heal, and there are things that we want to be aware of, but we're really looking for, what is it? What actions do I need to take in order to have the life that I want, in order to have the relationships that I want, the health that I want, the money that I want, the career that I want, the connection with spirit that I want, the environment that I want. What is it that I want to do? What are the aligned steps that I need to take in order to make that happen? So once I embraced life coaching, of course, then I decided to become one. That's how much it changed my life. That's how much it made a difference in me being able to recognize, like, there are patterns that I keep repeating and keep getting the same results that I'm not very happy with. There's a different way to do that. And it definitely requires that I have support, and it definitely requires that I have accountability, and that I have people who know things that I don't know, and who can point me in directions that I could get to otherwise. So the fourth thing that I poo-pooed before I gave it a try, and has completely changed my life, is dream work. So I had a friend who started working with her dreams, and she was telling me all these amazing things that were shifting and changing and transforming for her. And all I kept thinking was like, oh gosh, I hate when people tell me their dreams. It's so, I don't know what to make of it. It's so like weird and crazy and doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what to do with it. I can't figure out what it means. Plus, like, who has time for that? Who has time to sit down and write out their dreams and figure out what they mean? And where do you even start in the first place? I'm not smart enough to figure this out. So those were all of the things that were sort of going through my mind before I tried doing dream work, and before I got the skills and the tools and the knowledge to be able to figure out, there are certain processes that you use to be able to figure out what your dreams are telling you. There was also really a part of me that didn't want anybody telling me what my dreams meant. I'm I'm resistant to having a guru and to having a teacher. I'm totally on board for having a mentor. I'm actually a teacher as well, but someone telling me what something means to me, or someone telling me how to do things, like, I've always bristled against that. There's a part of me that's always known that whatever it is that I need is within me. Now, that doesn't mean that it doesn't help to have a guide or someone there to point out things that you don't see, or I point out things that I don't see. That's where that life coach comes back into play. So once I figured out how to work with my dreams in such a way that I could decide for myself what they meant, that was a total game changer. And as I've been working with my dreams, and I've started to see how the veil of illusion is very thin in dream time, in your sleeping dreams, and in waking life. Like, waking life is just a big dream, and how to work with those energies, it's been totally life-changing. It's been totally transformational. So dream work is definitely one of those things that I sort of eye rolled at, and then started doing it for myself, and I was like, oh, okay, I see the power in this. The last thing, the fifth thing, is mindset work. Now, mindset work for me, first of all, I didn't really understand what that meant. I thought I was already doing it. I thought I already knew how to do it. I thought, I was having positive thoughts. I was making sure that my thoughts were positive. I was saying affirmations, and I thought that I was doing it. I'd read the laws, all kinds of books on the laws of attraction, on manifesting. I knew how to raise my energy, all of these things. And so I didn't fully understand what mindset work was. And to be fair, there's a lot of people out there that are teaching mindset work that also don't understand what mindset work is. And I think I probably ran into a few of those people. But once I worked with someone who knew what it was and who could do it in a way that actually honored the thoughts and belief patterns and conditioning that were there, without just slapping some positive thoughts onto that, and honoring emotions too. I'm big into honoring emotions. And so once I found someone who worked with it in that way, completely changed everything. So the coaching I do actually combines all of that except for the iPhone and the Instant Pot. So it combines the dream work, it combines the life coaching, it combines the mindset work and energy work, by the way, and a high level of support and accountability. So I guess actually you could throw the iPhone in there too. It does include the iPhone, because I text my clients and I ask them how they're doing, and we use and send them meditations that they use probably when they're listening to their iPhone as well. So we could throw the iPhone in there as well. And if you want to, I'll send you a recipe for the Instant Pot, and we can get all 5 things in there. But my work combines all of that stuff. It combines the dream coaching or dream work. It combines the life coaching. It combines the mindset work. The energetic patterns in your body that show up as resistance. And we can talk more about that when you get on the phone with me. I'll talk to you about what that means. So I'm really looking to work with action takers. I'm really looking to work with people who are ready to take responsibility for the results in their life and boldly step into their role as a co-creator. As I said, I'm all for healing. I'm all for those places where we want to be in a space of coming into a connectedness with your divine self. And I'm ready for people who are ready to change the story. This is your divine birthright. You are a co-creator. You do have free will, though. You don't have to be a co-creator. I'm looking to work with co-creators, with people who want to know how to be a co-creator, or who are already co-creators and want more support behind that. So will you declare what you want? Will you be willing to declare what you want boldly, wildly, in an untamed way, and co-create? Like I said, you have free will. So you can choose to let the programming and the conditioned patterns continue, and they'll generate the same old stories and the same old feelings. And if that's your choice, that's totally fine. I'm looking to work with the action takers and the co-creators, the people who want to know how to do that. So this package is for you if you have had a big juicy dream, but like something really that you know that you were put here to do, but you feel really stuck and you're not sure how to reach it. And you're determined to figure it out. You're determined that with the right support and the right help, you know you can figure it out. This is for you if you've achieved success and you're ready to go to the next level, or maybe you're even ready to pivot into a different direction, but you have the tools and the victories that already at your disposal, and you know that you're going to need a little bit of a different mindset and maybe a different set of tools or an up-leveled set of tools to reach the next level. This is for you if you're a visionary. If you don't want a seat at the table, you want to create a new table. You are a person who is ready to create new stories, ready to create new paradigms, ready to do things your own way, and you need the support and the mentorship, plus the guidance of your dream work to be unstoppable, even in the face of criticism by your mom, by your partner, by your siblings, by all of the people on social media that are going to tell you to sit down and shut up, right? That's part of being a visionary. We've got to create the resilience to be unfuckwithable when we're bringing our big, wild, juicy dreams into the world, when we're creating our new table, our new way of doing things. So this is for you also if you're ready to clear out the generational conditionings and patterns in your subconscious that keep you playing small, keep you settling for what you think you can have, keep you backing away from the bigness of your dreams. So maybe you've even experienced that, where you've had this really big juicy dream and it gets you really fired up and you can feel it in your body, and then you sit down to start working on it and it seems so big that you back away from it, you tame it, you make it smaller, you hear all of those voices in your head that tell you go slow, that tell you to be thankful for what you have, that tell you that you can't do this, it's going to be too hard, all of those things. It's just conditioning. It's just that the people who raised you were tamed as well and bought into those stories, and the people who raised them were tamed and bought into those stories, and that's just been passed down, and so we can clear all of that stuff out. I know what it's like. I know what it is like to read all of those books and to sign up for the free stuff and to take the courses and to feel like you're no further along than you were when you started, to read about the law of attraction and about how to manifest, and to really not see the results, and to end up feeling like there's something deeply wrong with you because you can't seem to figure it out. I know what that's like. It sucks. And I know what it's like to feel really disconnected from source and to feel like you're unsupported and like maybe this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you've got it wrong. Maybe all of your pleas for help and your prayers for support, they fall on deaf ears, or maybe you're not worthy enough, or this dream isn't worthy enough, or no one's supporting you. I know what all of that feels like. I know what it feels like when something good happens and you can't even really fully enjoy it because you're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting for something bad to happen. You're not trusting that this is your divine path, your divine right. I know what it's like to feel like you can't get your energy into that creative and generative vibration, and you know that that's necessary, but you don't know how to do that. You don't have the skills and the tools to do that. Everybody's telling you to do this. They're telling you what you need to do, but they're not telling you how to do it. I know what it's like. It's so frustrating. And you're not even really sure what it means to feel that way or how to get yourself to feel that way. I know what it means. I know what it's like to be really confused, to have this interest and this knowing that your dreams are giving you lots and lots of information, but you can't figure it out. And every time you sit down to work on your dreams by yourself, you just come up with the same stuff over and over and over again. I know what it's like when you think to yourself, I don't have time for all of this stuff. I'm in a place where I have to make a move. I have to figure this out. I'm in dire straits right now. I don't have time for all of this woo-woo stuff. I have to push and I have to strive and drive to make things happen. I need practical steps. I need to buckle down. I need to get organized. I know what that's like to feel that way and to feel like you don't have time to connect with source, or to work with your dreams, or to get your energy in the right place, or to clearly envision what you want. And so because you're not working with that, all of the steps that you're taking are really just, again, steps that your conscious mind is allowing you to take in order to keep you safe, in order to keep giving you the results that you've been getting. Your conscious mind wants that to be true because that's what keeps you safe. And so it's so disheartening and it's so deflating, and you end up just like watching Netflix or scrolling Facebook, or you end up piling your stuff up with busy work so that you do feel worthy, that, you know, I can do something in this world that's worthy, and you never really get to the thing that's going to help you make your dreams come true and have the thing that you want, because that's going to require a new level of thinking that's not in your conscious mind right now. I know what it's like to have a big, juicy dream, and all around you, people are telling you to dial it down, or to settle, or to have a fallback plan, and they're doubting you, and maybe they don't even say anything, but you can feel it from them. And I know what it's like to be in that space of being kind of wild and crazy about what it is, claiming what it is that you want in the world, and to really on purpose kind of tune that stuff out, and be in a place where that stuff doesn't derail you, it doesn't activate you, it doesn't trigger you. All right, so here's the deal. Like I said, I'm raising my rates. You get 3 extra months. So I'm raising my rates by $200 for my 3-month package, but today only, you're gonna get 3 extra months of coaching. And so let me tell you what's in this, just so you know what's going on. We're going to start out with a 3-hour Find Your Soul's Agenda intensive. And this particular process is fantastic. It helps us. It's like a compass. It guides us in all of our decision making, whether that's what we want for breakfast, or whether that is, how am I going to make this big, juicy dream come to life? What's the best step here to take? So you find a word or a phrase that's really going to make the decision-making process a lot easier for you. It's gonna feel magical to you. Honestly, it's gonna feel like it is your North Star. It's gonna feel like it's your secret formula for being able to choose the best action to get the results that you want. So that's the 3-hour intensive. We're also in that 3-hour intensive, we're going to work with the polarity of your soul's agenda. So that means the opposite energy. So when you fall into that opposite energy, and you will, you know that's the resistance to your soul's agenda. That's the part of you that's trying to keep you safe, and you have the tools to be able to work with that. So instead of thinking to yourself, why do I feel this way? What's wrong with me? Why can't I get it together? Why can't I always feel the way that I want to feel in order to generate what it is that I want in life? Now you have a tool. When you feel in those crappy, uncomfortable, dark, heavy spaces, you know that that's your polarity, and you know how to work with it. So now you can so you liberate that energy, so you can work with that energy. That energy goes into the magic cauldron so that it can fuel your actions and your dreams and your desires, instead of dragging you down and taking you off course. You also get, we share a dream document. So we do the dream work through a dream document so that we can work with as many dreams as we can get to. So if you're a prolific dreamer, awesome, we've got lots of dreams to work with. If you're not a prolific dreamer, I've got tools to help you get into that space where you can turn that faucet on so you can get all the guidance that you want. Within this coaching package, you also get one-on-one coaching calls with me. So we may be working on a dream. We may be working on your mindset. We may be creating action steps. We may be working with resistance. We may be working with your body to undo some of those patterns in your body that are sabotaging you. You also get accountability, a really high level of support and accountability. So like I said, we're going to get that iPhone out. It's okay if you have an Android. And I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to check in with you so you're not hiding. I'm going to check in with you so that when things don't feel so crappy, you don't fall into that shame. When things feel crappy, you don't fall into that shame spiral. What's wrong with me? Why can't I get this? It's all information. One of the things that I am a genius at is being able to see people through eyes of unconditional love and deep approval. So everything that happens, I can see it with unconditional love and deep approval, and I can help you see it that way too, so that you can start to see all of these thought patterns that are not helpful for you as completely and totally neutral. Neutral, and also giving you what it is that you need to flip it around, to turn it around, to turn it into something that's generative and creative. Okay, so I'm taking a small number of clients for this Black Friday deal, Black Friday deal. So if this is you, if this feels like you, it feels like a good fit, reach out to me. We're going to get on the phone. We're going to talk a little bit more about what goes into this, see if you're a good fit. Obviously, there's more to talk about. There's more to talk about as far as investment with time, money, energy. We'll talk about all that on the phone. So reach out to me today. I've got a clear schedule to talk to you. I already have one appointment scheduled. So if this is you, definitely reach out, even if you're scared, even if you don't know. Let's figure it out together. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Love you and sweet dreams. Happy Black Friday.